one of the things I'm most excited about is this concept of phy-gital, and it's essentially the integration of digital with physical installations and environments. The great thing now is everybody's moving around with their mobile phones, they've got their laptops, their iPads.
You're looking at, by 2020, about 50 billion objects being connected to the web, and that will impact pretty much across everything that we do. So if you take healthcare, you're going to have people that are people with certain conditions who are connected to their doctors, so they'll have sensors that are basically always uploading data to a server. So if it's somebody with Alzheimer's or somebody with a particular condition, the doctor or a particular medical facility can be informed immediately. If you then go to government, they'll know when your bins have been emptied. They'll know how busy your road is, so town planning will be completely, because essentially objects will be communicating with each other.
I was just talking to someone earlier about the idea of getting rid of all ID cards within the university and just using QR codes on the mobile phone to scan them in and out of the building. Yes, sure, that means that students will never forget their mobile phone. They'll sure as hell forget their ID card, so it works on that level. But actually the great thing is once they've scanned in, you know where they are, you can use near-field communication, you can then start to deliver targeted messages, whether it's reminding them what time their class starts or upselling them an additional course or doing some customer service elements or even some pastoral elements, because you know their behaviours.
There's probably going to be a move away from some of the encroaching aspects of social. So I think that what we'll see is that in a few years' time, Facebook will have less of an influence on global marketing than perhaps it does at the moment, where people are going to start re-engaging a bit more directly with brands. And because the brands will be investing in the technology that will allow them to engage their customers in a more personal way.
In Waterloo Station, you walk up there and they're advertising screens, but it's not at all personal. It would be very easy to use sort of phy-gital type technology to, as you walk up with your phone, it changes and interacts with you. So maybe people could go up and interact with the adverts. So I think that whole thing of blending digital and physical rather than them being almost two totally siloed marketing opportunities, I think is where the future really lies.
So once your phone is connecting with everything around you, you really are talking about a digital personal assistant, the sort of vision Apple had 30 odd years ago, very, very clunky, old looking thing, but they were right. And that's essentially where we're going. I think that's the really exciting next development.
A few years ago, technology was the challenge. Technology is no longer the challenge, it's organisationally. How do we actually adapt our organisations to benefit from the technologies and tools like Sitecore now offer us?